Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. As we're moving towards the end of the year and into being less productive at work, we become more productive at home with a lot of stuff that needs to happen. Amongst others, I've got some trees that need trimming and cut down, and stuff that's fallen on walls and going to fall on walls and grown under walls and breaking walls and so on. So we need to get the old still MS250 great saw. She's been absolute star of her life. We need to get her sharpened up, and I've always used the normal file sort of scenario. Let me see if I can get one. I don't even know where I put mine. Here we go. Found her. Normal rat tail chainsaw file. Nothing fancy, nothing funny, just put a little handle on it. And I've always been sharpening my chainsaw blades with it. And the other day I picked up these DREMEL grinding stones. Come on, they're 3 in a pack. And I thought, let's give it a bash and see if we can actually sharpen a chainsaw and what the time would, what time it would take to sharpen a chainsaw. They have got a 3.2 millimeter or 1/8 shank, so that's a standard DREMEL shank. And then they are 5.6 millimeters in diameter, which is a wee bit thicker than my chainsaw file. Let's quickly measure the chainsaw file and see what we can get to. But I think we'll be okay. We'll give it a bash. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We learn by doing. So this file is a 4.5 millimeter file, diameter file. But we'll see. If it works, it works. If not, then it's going to be quite a bit of elbow grease getting it back to a 4.5 mil. That's what I've always been using. So let's get the old still back on the bench and see what we can do about it. Gentlemen, and there she is, a still MS250, 15-inch bar on her. I think they normally are sold with a 12, but I got the upgrade, the 15-inch bar on it. This saw has been nothing but a pleasure to work with. Absolute star of the show. They haven't had any issues whatsoever. She's been thriving on abuse and neglect. It's like I just keep good fuel and good oil in her, and she's running still. The bar on that saw, as you see it there, has been especially not looked after. Needs replacement. That's running skew and all of that. But I think that'll do in the new year, along with a proper service. I'll take her into the shop and have them do a once over. But other than that, she has never not worked. So if you're looking at a homeowner type saw, this is definitely the one. I'll always vouch for this saw. Obviously there's bigger and more expensive, but for around the home and most work on the farm, look, I'm not a logger, and on the farm it's basically clearing roads and all of that, clearing fence lines, that type of thing. It's hard enough, and so, well, some firewood, some fire and briarwood. But other than that, she's been running through it like anything. So let's get into her and see if the little Dremel grinding stone in the die grinder will do the job at sharpening the chain. Okay, so initially we used the little file. Well, that took forever, unless you're just polishing up. If you keep your blade sharp, it works, but other than that, it takes forever. So let's see if this little grinder works. What I am going to do is I am going to put a clamp on the bar just to stabilize it a bit. Much better. Let's see how this goes. This thing gets as hot as hell, but I think we're making some progress. And there we go. I think this is actually working better than I anticipated. Feels quite sharp on the cutting edges now. So now I'm just going to dress down the little lip there, and that will do. Still do with a hand file, and then we'll get going on it. Get it in a tree and see what we can do with it. Everywhere we're down between 25 and 30 thou, which is great. I think we can start cutting, gents. I am going to test this saw out and see what we can get to. There you can see the little grinding stone in the die grinder actually ground out the chain very, very well. You can use a Dremel. I think a Dremel will take a little bit longer, but not that much. Once you've got it fairly okay, if you look after the chain, it's much less work if you do it more often. I mean, like anything else. How does the saying goes? If you've got 3 hours to chop down a tree, use 2.5 to sharpen your axe. So if you put the effort in the tools, tend to work a little bit better and last a little bit longer. The bar on this saw is shot. I'll be putting on a new bar on this saw probably after the next cutting. Before the next cutting. After this one, before the next one, I'll go and get a new bar for it. But other than that, let's get out and cut some trees. Gentlemen, and there's a close-up of the final grind that we did with the air die grinder. Came out absolutely beautiful. We used the Dremel little Dremel, what do you call it? Grinding stones, probably a grinding stone. Worked an absolute charm, much quicker than the file. As you can hear, it's raining outside, and they forecast rain for the next couple of days, so I don't think I'll be able to get this saw out and give it a test run soon. But if this doesn't work, I'll definitely come back with a follow-up video. If you don't hear anything else from me, it's worked a charm. So with that, I'm going to call it and say thank you very much. If you've made it thus far, thanks for watching. And please rate, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell so you don't miss anything. And as always, stay safe.